I know you have some questions about the Ace Pro 2 because I posted the last 2 videos about this camera and I saw a lot of comments with questions, so I figured I would just go over the questions in this video, answer them to you, and let's get started. Okay, Geffen, in terms of photography, what about the shutter lag? Did it affect your shooting? So yes, there is a shutter lag with the Insta when I'm shooting, when I'm doing photography and not videography, and I figured there is some way to go past that using the Insta360 app. But actually what I personally do if I want to do a continuous shooting is I just take a video with 120 frames per second in 4K, and then I found myself sometimes cropping inside the video so I will get a photo. I know it's cheating, I know it's not really photography, but I find it like this is something good enough for me and I like the results. So yes, there is a shutter lag problem with this camera, and if you are planning to do continuous shooting with that camera, that might be problematic for you. Okay, so what is the max recording time on the camera? I don't know the exact specific of that, but I can tell you that by mistake I pressed the shutter button and took a video in the cab when I was on Denmark, and for 1 hour and like 20, let's say 1 hour, I recorded a video in 4K and the battery was on something like 60%. I was very impressed, but the camera got super hot. It didn't stop the recording, it recorded the whole time. So I don't know the specific time of it, but if you're planning to do a maximum of an hour, that will do it. Of course, if you want to do a couple of hours, I think it could last. I mean, you don't talk about the battery, of course, you talk about the capability of the camera. I don't think there is a limit to that except from the battery. So just get the grip for extra battery or another battery for recording. You know, it's not a big camera. I'm not expecting like 5 hours recording from that thing. Lots of good reviews about the video. I'm very happy. Thank you for who write good stuff. It's really nice to hear that. It sounds like perfect camera, maybe too perfect. I'm sensing like, is it really too perfect? Of course, I was making a video about that camera. I'm very enthusiastic about this little machine, but this is not perfect as anything else. Not my Ricoh, not the Leica Q3, not my phone. Nothing is perfect in terms of camera world, I think. And of course, there's a lot of downsides to this. The main one for me is not the downsides, but the most restricting thing is the focal length. Because as much as I love the wide focal length for street photography and for my vlogging and everything, this is not suitable for lots of cases. Like last week we went to do some bird photography with that big Canon lens over there, and I saw this very unique bird that I was looking for a very long time, and I asked my wife to take out immediately the Insta and take her video so I can put the photo and the video next to each other. And she really couldn't catch the bird with that wide focal length. The bird was so small comparing to the big view of that scene. So yeah, maybe the most downside of that camera is that you're stuck with a wide focal length. But you know, it really depends on what you want to shoot, and in some cases that's really the advantage of that. Again, if you have a specific question that I'm not answering in this video, please write me in the comments. I want to read that. But overall, I'm very happy with this very awesome camera just because of the size of it and the capabilities, mainly of the video, mainly for vlogging like this, and I just like it so much. Someone says more paid advertising, something. This is not a paid advertising for Insta. They're not paying me. I have an affiliate link for them and I got the camera for them. So assume whatever you want and believe whoever you want, and just tell you my honest thought about this. Let's move to the next video. I think I got some more questions over there. Oh, just older than mine. Awesome to hear that. It's really nice. Oh, I see. This is the video I probably needed. Traveling, Sorry, I'm reading bad in English, so I will make this short just to the question. Also notice the videos from Ace Pro 2 kind of grainy. Should that be the case? I didn't notice any grainy video when I edited the footage from that. Maybe you're talking about the plane scene that I took on a plane, and I was, as I said, I have terrible flight anxiety. I was so worried about the flight, and my settings were actually pretty bad for taking a video inside a plane, inside this very dark place. So maybe the grainy was on that scene only, but let me know if I'm wrong. And on the scenes outside, especially in a bright day, I was very, very impressed by the quality of it. No grainy at all. That's what I experienced with it. I see you had another questions. Are they shoot straight out of camera? Yes, they were straight out of camera. I didn't edit them at all. Those were the JPEG. And I just straightened a little bit in Lightroom the photos. I don't think I touched so much. If I did, it will only be cropping, removing stuff with cropping, but I didn't edit the photos because I want you to see the colors exactly and the Leica profile that are here. Really awesome. Thank you for this comment. Order and use your code. By the way, if you don't know and you use my code IGEFEN and my link in the description, you will get a free mic air. And I think it's really awesome if you want to do vlogging outside, stuff like that. And whoever told me this is a paid commercial, so buy this. It will help me a lot. And I just like that Insta collaborate with me and offered my audience something so cool when they ordered a camera. So I really like that. I don't care to say it on the video. I'm really sorry if I'm skipping something that I didn't notice. Nice vid, but honestly, don't be afraid to take your Q3 out in Europe. Yeah, I figured, I see 4 likes on that. I figured this is something just personally for me, that I said I was afraid to take the Q3 out, and I was just feeling much safer taking the Insta instead on the street. I know that, you know, in unfamiliar place, I will feel less comfortable, but I'm getting your point. I will, like, next time I will be in Europe, I will use my Q3 more. I was actually doing that a little bit for the video because I already started the first day shooting only the Insta, and then I figured, you know, oh, it will be a nice idea to make a whole trip just with the Insta, and I was so happy with the results. I don't feel bad that I didn't took photos with the Ricoh or with the Leica. But yeah, next time I'll definitely go with the Leica. What do you think about the Sony 5100? Let me see, what is that exactly? Unrelated, I'm really not a Sony photographer. I never was. I don't really like Sony manual layout, but... Okay, so I looked a little bit of the Sony. I didn't try that, so I'm not feeling comfortable talking too much about it. I feel like Sony have a lot of amazing changeable lenses options for compact mirrorless cameras, and I figured that if you have a lens that you like the focal length and you love the aperture and just love the colors that Sony offers, then most of the photographers I know just love Sony. And this is like the biggest crowd of photographers and videographers that I see outside. As I said, personally, I'm not that connected to Sony. Maybe it will change in the future, but it looks great. It looks a great camera comparing to the price also. Of course, it's a 24 megapixel sensor, not a 60, but you know, the price is matching everything. So enjoy your Sony if you got it. Nice video. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much, Natalie. It was so fun to read your comment. I felt exactly like a kid in a toy store. Okay, haven't placed it in a bag. Did you accidentally press the shutter button in your bag without you knowing? So as I said, I think in my first answer, yes, that happened to me, but not on the camera alone. It was with the grip. The grip and the camera was in my bag, and I pressed the shutter button, and the whole time going in the cab, the camera recorded on 4K, 120 frames per second. Camera got super hot, as I said, but the battery was still 60%, something like that. And I actually write the Insta360 that comment because I saw 2 comments talking about that. But you know, if you use just the camera and you take it out of the grip while it's in the bag, so it should be fine. And this is just the building design that Insta chose. Maybe they will improve it some other time. If it's really bugging you, you can turn off the option that turn on the camera through the grip. You can just turn the camera and then the grip and then use it together. You don't have to turn on the option that you can turn on the camera with the grip. Too confusing, but you can solve it. That's my point. Is this Insta Ace 2 Pro, correct. I don't know if that's a question. That's the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, if that's a question. Looks great, but I really don't take videos. Yeah, if you don't take videos, you take only photos, there are better options on the market, in my opinion. Big Heavy Leica, I talked about this in a video that I haven't released yet. It made me laugh, just that I said Big Heavy Leica, but it was comparing to the Ace Pro 2, so that's why I said that. How is the shutter lag? Yeah, I already talked about it, so that's the second comment. Let's see someone comment on him. No one tells you because the brand doesn't want them to tell you. Yes, I'm telling you anyway. No one told me not to tell you that. So I think I answered all the questions that I came across. If I miss something, again, write me. I would love to answer anything. And that's it. I really love the camera. If you order it, please use my code because it helps me and my channel, but you don't have to. I really enjoy this camera anyway. I would buy it anyway for me because I do video also for this channel. Okay guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next video.